First of all, I have a question for you. What is the purpose, the real purpose of relationships? Hey, Satori Mateu. Welcome to another Walk and Talk with me. Let's go. Welcome to another Walk and Talk with me, Satori. How are you doing today? First of all, I have a question for you. What is the purpose, the real purpose of relationships? Think about that. What is the real purpose of relationships? You tell me. What is it? To connect, to love, to give love, to receive love? What is it? To feel good? Right? What is it? I believe that the purpose, the real purpose of relationship is to amplify the human experience, to make your experience bigger, larger, to elevate your experience as a human being. Do you agree? Think about it. If you say that you want to have more sex, what is that going to do? It's going to amplify your experience. If you say you want to have great conversations, why? Because you want to amplify your experience. You want to make it better, bigger, right? You want to amplify, elevate the human experience, your experience. So, with that said, if you don't, you got to pay attention to it, right? Are you elevating your experience, right? Is it amplifying? Is it making it bigger? I mean, you can say, yeah, I'm making it bigger, so I'm fighting a lot. I'm arguing a lot. Yes, but that's not what I'm talking about here, right? We're not trying to elevate it as a way to create more conflict. You want to elevate your experience as a way to magnify, to make your life more meaningful, more energy, right? So that when you leave this place, you left a mark. You did something magnificent with your life that enhanced your experience and others' experiences. So today we were sitting having a meeting with our team, and we identified our values, going into understanding our values. And when you understand your values, you're identifying what really matters to you most, what is most important to you. And when you take the time to be curious about other people's values, isn't that what you do when you first meet someone? When you first try to date someone? When you first get to know someone and you're trying to find out what you guys have in common? You try to find things that you have commonalities. So you're trying to identify values, right? And when you find values that you have in common, what happens? You get excited, you get inspired, you feel more joy. So think about this thing. To me today, I'm going to share with you this experience. So what we did today, and we can follow the steps that I'm going to give you right now. You can do them the same for you, for your family. You can do it for your team, right? If you're a big corporation, every single employee in your team needs to actually understand this and do this. And you, maybe as the leader or as a person that can influence this is what I would suggest. So what you do is, number one, you identify each of the values of each employee or each family member, right? You identify your values. And as you're amplifying and getting clear on the values, what you do is that you understand the core values of that person. Once you understand what the core values are, and you understand what the core mission is, or the core goals of the company or of your family, you look at how specifically does this mission fulfill my highest values. So you look at that for each employee. So you look at that for every activity, every task, everything that you are doing, all right, on a daily basis. You look at how does these activities, how do these tasks, how these areas of responsibility fulfill my highest values. And once you do this linking process, you really get to understand what your values, how they're being fulfilled by the actions, by the activities that you do on a daily basis. And it makes your work on a daily basis more inspiring, right? It makes it more fulfilling, more meaningful. And if you look at that in terms of in a family, right? How does the duties that you have at home, your things that you do at home, how do they fulfill your highest values? And when you start this linking process, it makes it more meaningful, more inspiring, more productive. You feel like the actions that you're taking has a deeper meaning. So that was my little tip for the day. But I wanted to leave you with this because I want you to think about this. Is the way I'm communicating with other people, is that fulfilling their values, or is it pulling away from their values? And that's the thing that you want to look at. How do they connect, or how do they disconnect? If your purpose, the real purpose of relationship, is to amplify your experience as a human being, then you can always ask yourself the question, the contrast question: am I getting closer or further away? Am I fulfilling their values, or am I creating a friction here? And that way you can identify for yourself if you're getting closer or further away, if you're amplifying your experience or minimizing it. Anyway, that was my tip for the day. Go and have some fun. Be curious about how you can amplify your experience as a human being by creating deeper, more meaningful relationships. See you next time.